On the front page of the Business Courier this week, Renters Renaissance, a proposed 30-story office tower that's just the latest in a flood of downtown apartment projects driven by a soaring demand for downtown living. The target market is single professionals under 30 years old who want to live downtown to be near their professional sports and entertainment venues, the museums, restaurants, and of course their jobs. The city of Cincinnati announced this week a proposed 300-unit luxury apartment tower here on the site of the deteriorating Pogues Garage at 4th and Race Streets. Now, the rendering that you see right here, the apartments are the main component of an $82 million mixed-use redevelopment project. It would also include additional parking and finally a long-talked-about grocery store downtown.
My wife and I are newly married. We recently sold one of our cars. We live in Over the Rhine. We both work downtown, and that's what we want. We want to be in our car less and have all the essential aspects of living right within a walking distance.
The name of the 15,000 to 18,000 square foot project won't be released until the full project is presented to City Council. At 300 units, the Pogues redevelopment would be the largest apartment project in the pipeline downtown. The overall occupancy rate for downtown apartments was 96% as of August 2012. There is a waiting list for units, according to Downtown Cincinnati, Inc. City of Cincinnati Economic Development Director Otis Jones is in the middle of the negotiations and planning for the 4th and Race development. He's here in the studios this morning with Business Courier editor Rob Dahlmeyer with more on this exciting project. Gentlemen.
Brian, thanks. Otis, thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So the grocery store is obviously getting a lot of attention because there are more and more people living downtown and they want a grocery store. But I want to talk to you about what's theoretically going to be above that, this 30-story apartment complex. As somebody who's lived here most of my life, it's hard for me to believe that there's a market for this, but there is. Talk to me a little bit about what's driving this.
Well, you know, it's excitement and it's confidence in the market. And at a time where, you know, some cities out the country are struggling. We're going through a crane process, right? So it's always good. I say when you walk your downtown, you see new cranes being put up or cranes being planned. And it's all about confidence and certainty. What this tower will do and what the new residents will do is it will help to establish a new mark for living in our downtown, and it will help to stabilize our existing retail list there. So holistically, as we plan on the growth and the future of downtown, you've seen the excitement that's taking shape already at Fountain Square. And when you look at Fountain Square, when you look at the banks, when you see what's happening over the Rhine, what we wanted to do within that corridor is to make sure we stabilize the retail there, and that long term what happens is if we can get people living there, get people staying there, you create that eclectic environment and that excitement. And that's what we like to do.
Now, this project that we wrote about this week and that Brian mentioned, it's got a lot of different phases. One that's not probably getting as much attention that really is critical is the Martin Luther King interchange off I-71. Talk a little bit about why this needs to happen in your opinion.
Well, that's important. It is a infrastructure project that will unleash and unlock investment within the uptown area. There's a lot of exciting things that's happening up there with the university, with Children's Hospital, a lot of the business up there. Often we refer to it as our second downtown. And what this does is it starts to unlock investment and development, particularly in the Avondale uptown neighborhoods along that Reading Road corridor. And you know, when we looked at the study that was done by Uptown Consortium, we found that it'll create over 7,000 jobs and will mean more than $30 million worth of income tax collection to the city annually.
It is such a big gap between Dana and downtown when you think about trying to get off 71. It should be a big deal. Otis, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you. I appreciate it.